Welcome to my world. 2 escargot, pate, frisee, 2 green salads.
Okay, that is what, yeah.
Lamb chop, steak frites. Shouldn't you be doing something? 2 smoked filet and a pepper steak. Come on, make the dessert. Chocolate tart, please. As a cook, tastes and smells are my memories. Now I'm in search of new ones. So I'm leaving New York City and hope to have a few epiphanies around the world. And I'm willing to go to some lengths to do that. I'm looking for extremes of emotion and experience. I'll try anything. I'll risk everything. I have nothing to lose. Scotland is a fiercely rugged and independent country. From city to rural, highlands to lowlands, windswept moors to brooding skies, Scottish food is no less engaging. What are the Scottish famous for? Well, actually, they're famous for all the wrong things. Heavy, horrible fried food, lots of meat, astonishingly large breakfasts. However, Scotland, in fact, has increasing numbers of really talented young chefs. So we'll be eating well here. But of course, we're going to eat some of that nasty fried food, too, because I love that stuff. So I'm off to Glasgow to visit my friend Simon, a true Glaswegian, who's going to give me a bit of a culinary awakening.
You doing all right, yeah?
You know those Marlboro ads? That's me.
What we're going to do, we're going to go to a bar that's got the best Guinness in Scotland, which is not as good as Dublin, but it's pretty bloody good. And we'll have a few pints there, and we'll get some chippies.
Quick translation. We're going to grab some beer and food. Simon tells me the Glaswegian breakfast can often start with a pint. Breakfast.
How you doing? 2 pints of Guinness, please, Caroline.
Is there anything more beautiful? I don't think so. This is brain food. This ensures the thinking of only great thoughts for the rest of the day. Cheers.
Thanks.
After a couple of pints, I'm ready for some Glaswegian specialties. Oh, that is truly a thing of wonder. Time for breakfast, right?
Yeah, time for breakfast.
We're in the center of the deep-fried universe.
Yeah.
I want batter-fried thingies.
Thingies? Well, what we're probably getting is a deep-fried marshmallow, deep-fried pizza. Pickled egg! Have you ever had a pickled egg? Deep-fried?
Yeah. No, not deep-fried.
Yeah, right.
Get a lot of people dropping dead from heart disease around here?
It's a big killer. But you know what? Tongans number 1.
Oh, what's the problem?
I don't know. I don't know what the Tongans are doing.
So you're behind the Tongans?
I need to sort it out.
What are they eating in Tonga?
I don't know, but I need to go there. University Cafe, this is a really old chip shop. It's tremendous. These guys know what they're doing.
We all have national idiosyncrasies. Scotland's is deep-frying just about everything. First, a nod to tradition. A classic fish and chips, deep-fried haddock.
Look at it, fresh. The batter's fantastic. You've got to get a good bit of salt on it. You can smell the vinegar already.
Yeah, malt vinegar.
Oh, yeah. Look, you really got to douse it.
Oh, that's really good.
What's the vinegar doing for you?
Beautiful counterpoint to the fish. Gives a little bite, salt, it's right there.
The vinegar just gets me going. I mean, the smell of it. I can eat Elvis with vinegar on it. Honestly, deep fried again.
Oh, that's a big meal. Next up, a classic, done in a very untraditional way.
What Carla's going to do is put it in batter.
Cover that side in batter. Deep fry it.
Let's try it. Only batter the cheese side. That's the industry standard. Deep fried, batter side down. I can tell you from personal experience, when you completely change the oil and it's absolutely new, it just is not the same. It's not as good. Perfect frying oil kind of goes like this. It's not working. Then it starts to get really, really good, and then it starts to break down, and you have to change it. So it's, it's all in one. You got it all in there. You got your chips, your fish, your deep fried Mars bars, your pizza, everything. And you know what? It just gets better and better. It's like making sherry. Yeah, sure. Pizza ready? Okay. Deep fried pizza. Here's a problem. This is a hideous and horrible idea, but I could eat this. If I was drunk enough, I would eat this and like it. Now for something sweet. Masba. For you calorie counters, the whole bar is submerged in batter.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't know if this has been approved by the FDA.
Right, what we do, we're going to have to cut it in half first. The mistake I usually make is just biting straight into it.
Right, and what happens then? It's molten lava.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, yeah.
That's with the one sugar on it.
Yes. So we're going to saw this in half. This is it. Terrifying deep-fried Mars bar. And it's good. That's really good. It's one of those great combinations. It's chocolate, it's grease, all the things you wanted. It's perfect. That's a good one. Now I'm ready for something uncharted. Thanks. You don't approve of this?
I'm leaving you as a guinea pig.
I'm not sure about this myself, but...
This is how all of the great dishes were created, by the way, by bold adventurers like us, the vanguard. We're making history. This is like putting a golf ball in a microwave oven.
It looks like a big scampi.
My granny says Holy Mary, Mother of God at this point, okay?
What do you recommend with this? Maybe a little salt? Yeah. Okay. Okay, I am not afraid. Yes.
This is great.
Yeah.
No, this is a winner too.
I think it's clear we've done magnificent work here today. We've had some extraordinary food. We have broken new ground. Yeah, I don't want everyone to think that, they're going to come here and eat nothing but fried food.
No, that's not
But on the other hand, when you want it, you've got it.
No, we've got it when you need it. But we've also got fantastic food. Scotland's got fantastic salmon, some of the best meat in the world.
And game?
And game, fantastic.
And seafood,
game.
scallops?
Incredible seafood. So don't get the wrong impression. This is the fun stuff, but we also have fantastic food. Right. You're going to enjoy it.
So we're heading east to Edinburgh for Scotland's national dish. And no, it does not involve deep frying. So I'm here in Edinburgh, where Simon and I are going to dine on a Scottish delicacy. Okay, so we're about to eat that thing most terrifying to Americans. I mean, we're frightened of this food. And what would I be talking about?
And you're talking about our beloved haggis.
Okay, and what's the name of this joint we're going to?
It's Dupree. It's a good place for haggis. I think you're going to enjoy this. It's pretty good.
All right, I'm there. I'm not afraid.
Scottish food, quite simply, is the best in the world.
Simon tells me Chef McWilliams makes a mean traditional haggis.
This is a traditional Scottish dish called haggis. It is made with lamb's liver, the heart, and the lungs. It is also made with oatmeal, onions, and lots of pepper to make it nice and spicy. Chopped up into very fine, placed in the bag, tied it on either end, and then we steam it for about an hour.
Is this actually the stomach lining here?
It is the stomach lining, yeah.
This may sound terrifying to your standard American dining public, but this is not very different than classic French cooking. What's the first rule? Use everything. We're talking basically all good stuff. Now, lungs don't pop up in French cooking so much, but just about every other part. Stomach, tripes, the lining, heart, definitely good stuff. It's all good, man.
It's traditionally served with bash tatties and chappet neeps.
A really good bit of neeps there. This is a nape, a turnip.
Yeah.
And what are you going to do for it? You're going to just...
It's just been boiled. You just boil that as you would a potato, and then you crush it as you would for mashed potatoes.
Sure.
Yeah. People have been eating this for, well over 200 years. There's a lot of similar dishes in Europe, but haggis, as you know it today, it started in Scotland. There's a big metal tray, 2 or 3 inches of water. The haggis is in the water, and I've sealed it with tin foil, and that's created a barrier for the steam, for the haggis to steam away. That haggis is screaming to get out of that bag.
Originally, haggis was a poor man's dish. In the old days, landowners would keep the prime cuts of the lamb to themselves. The poor layman who worked the estate was left the discarded bits. But rather than starve, the remains were chopped up, black pepper and oats were added, and they had a tasty and hearty meal. This great dish was immortalized by the Scottish poet Robert Burns.
The address to the haggis. His knife! See rustic labour dicht, and cuts it up where ready slicked, trenching your gushing entrails bricht, like only ditch. And then, oh, what a wondrous, glorious sight.
I haven't a clue what my kilted friend here is saying, but I have a sneaking suspicion that in a former life, he may have been the leather guy in the Village People.
Here. Haggis. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, McGroom.
Here we go.
Neeps and tatties with your haggis. That is the only way to eat it.
Translation, turnips, potatoes.
And that is a tremendous haggis. Now you can see, I mean, this is it's a good colour, this haggis, and I mean, you can smell it, can't you? You can smell
smells good.
Oh yeah. You can't beat that smell. It's unique. It's kind of, it's oniony and it's oatmeal. Do you want me to serve you or do you want to do it?
No, I got it. This is not a portion for 2 people. This is a big portion.
No. That's a whole haggis. You'd feed 4 or 5 people.
The classic combo: haggis, neeps, tatties, accompanied by a Scottish beer. Let's do it.
Let's go.
Right, that's good. I like this. Almost like a shepherd's pie feeling, but a little heartier and a little oatier.
This is very evocative of me going round to my granny's house and getting this. You'd always get haggis at your granny's, and it's always as good as this. It's a really good haggis. No. It really is a good haggis.
Yeah. Keep in mind, this is a punchline to jokes in the States. You know, as a thing you definitely don't want to eat. It sounds terrifying.
Really?
You know what? It's good. It's really good. Well, we're missing out on a lot of good stuff.
Really good pepper. And you find it goes really well to the sweetness of the turnips.
Yeah.
Magic.
I can see getting hooked on this even.
We'll have you back, definitely. I'll swap you for a Taco Bell.
Papa's got a brand new bag. And Papa's brand new bag is full of minced heart, lungs, and liver. Simon's shown me a great time in Glasgow and Edinburgh. But now I'm moving on to the Highlands for more adventure. No trip to Scotland would be complete without a trek into the Highlands, a windswept land noted for its heather-clad valleys, rugged farmlands, and pristine rivers. I'm a guest at the Branigan Lodge, a fishing and hunting retreat located on the Carter Estate, 25,000 acres of nature's finest. I've told Roddy, the lodge's gamekeeper, all about my pending fame as a TV personality. And that I need some new digs befitting my nouveau celebrity status. And that would be the ancestral home of the Carters, a 14th century castle. I'd fit in well with these people, and I'm sure they'd welcome me warmly into the bosom of their family. There's nothing like a medieval fixer-upper with a view. And look, it's even got its own menacing hedge maze. All work and no play makes Jack a very dull boy. You know, when I get in those kooky writer block sort of moods, and I feel like, you know, whack a Shelley Duvall with a meat axe, I always come out to the maze to relax.
Red Rob,
Honey, come home. In my moments of quiet reflection, I could take up gardening. Looks like Jennifer Lopez's thighs. I like it here, so I just put a deposit down in a, you know, swinging new crib. Got to make a few structural changes, of course. So let's see. This will all have to be bulldozed, of course, because I need to put in the kidney-shaped pool. I've got this whole section. The razor wire will go over there. Miniature golf would be good here. My satellite dish up there. All the essentials. Yeah. Tony, the country squire. Now I'm ready for my first aristocratic obligation, fishing for dinner. There's a quiet, dignified elegance to fly fishing, a precise balance between man and nature. That is, of course, if you know what you're doing, which I don't. Let me watch you for a bit, I think, before I start.
Yeah. Hold it like that. Hold that. Flick. Punch. But all you need is to keep practicing at that. You're getting there, you're getting there. Up, stop, and throw the line out. Yeah, that was better now. You're getting the action of it now.
I like the zen-like stillness of this sport. Even if I remain hopelessly inept, I could see myself, you know, just doing this for fun and relaxation. But it's a good thing dinner doesn't depend on my fly fishing skills. Back at the Drinican Lodge, Ruth, the in-house chef, already has dinner in the works.
Tonight we're going to have nettle soup, poacher's salmon. It's been poached from the river, not as in it's poached, cooked poached, with a whiskey cream, kale kenny.
All these dishes use ingredients from the natural surroundings of the estate. First up, wild salmon in a whiskey cream sauce, which begins with a reduced fish stock, followed by double cream, and you guessed it,
Pure Highland malt Scotch whiskey. It's the Scottish water. Scots are more keen on Scotch than they certainly are water.
All right, I didn't catch this, but I can eat it.
To tell the difference between a wild salmon, it's a squarer tail and there's nothing broken off. With a farm salmon, it's smoother. It helps if you poke your tongue out when you're doing it.
The fillets are set aside to be finished later. Next up, a soup made of stinging weeds, nettles.
We just go off picking all the nettles. The flavour's in the leaf.
Fresh ham stock is added, along with onions, potatoes, some wild garlic, and a few bay leaves.
Put 3 in because it gives it a good flavour.
Once the nettles are cooked, the sting is eliminated. Meanwhile, the salmon is pan-seared and doused with olive oil, then topped with the zest of lemon.
And then we're going to leave that and finish it off last minute in the oven.
The nettle soup is pureed and finished off with cream.
Finish it off with
A sprig of wild garlic and basil oil for garnish, and first course is served. Tonight, I have the privilege of dining with Isabella Carter, the lady of the estate. The soup is incredible. It's peppery and creamy. The nettles give it a real bite. The salmon's up next. The fillets are placed on top of kale kenny.
This is kale kenny. You get turnips, curly kale, potato, a little bit of cream, a little bit of butter, salt and pepper.
On goes the whiskey cream sauce, and the dish is finished with a drizzling of Langostino oil. This is really fine salmon. Here's the difference between wild salmon and farm-raised salmon. This tastes like something that was swimming just a while ago. Farm-raised salmon tastes like cardboard or styrofoam.
The salmon is a proper wild beast.
Yep.
Caged in a small, confined area with slithering up against each other, thrashing about in the water.
So here's the skinny. Wild salmon, freshly pulled from a Scottish river, doesn't compare to the stuff you get in supermarkets, and for that matter, most restaurants. I'm ready to go forward into nature. Tomorrow, we go hunting. Yeah, I can do that thing. What are we about to do?
Well, what we're going to do, we're going to go across the river. We're going to walk some rough ground and hopefully shoot some rabbits.
So American viewing audiences will see me shooting in the general direction of a rabbit to bring honor to my clan. Now, I'm not much of a hunter, but I'm also not a hypocrite. Meat does not start out shrink-wrapped at your local supermarket. Good for that rascally rabbit.
Quite a lot of rabbits around. Look out.
I don't know how Bugs Bunny survived 132 episodes.
Well done. That was a good shot.
Sans mie de lapin. That's dinner. This was bittersweet. God, but I'm glad I did it today. Now I know where rabbits come from. And I know where this one's going. Straight into Ruth's kitchen.
Today, what I'm going to do this is just make like a poacher's stew. It contains all the things that a poacher could go and poach, i.e. rabbit, and lots of different vegetables and fresh herbs grown on the estate. A real dish of the earth.
The rabbit is removed from the marinade of red wine, herbs, and vegetables.
Right.
Which is then put on the burner to reduce.
This is the loin here. I'll be pan frying this off just to seal in the juices of the meat. If you put too much meat in the pan, you get too much juice, it won't make it go brown, it will steam it, and almost poach it, which is no good. Rabbit's okay now. And I'm going to put some red wine in here, which is what you call deglazing the pan. And that removes all the lovely meat juices, the rabbit juices that are stuck to the bottom of the pan, straight into the rabbit. Then you've not lost any goodness or flavour.
Into the rabbit go leeks and mushrooms and cabbage.
Gives it a good richness and a lovely colour. This strain our stock straight into the rabbit. And then I'm going to let that braise down for a couple of hours. We put our lid on, and off we go.
The lodge staff and I are off to a small fishing hut for poacher's stew al fresco. So, I've had a hard day of senseless bloodletting, but it looks like it's all been worthwhile.
Yep. So, you've got a poacher's stew here, which is rabbit and venison, which you've been seeing cooking earlier. We've got some crushed new potatoes.
Oh, yes.
Ayrshire ham. And we've got our local Scottish cheeses and homemade bread. So, bon appetit.
Thank you. Smells wonderful. This is great. And this is my idea of, a proper dining room. Even most good restaurants in New York, you're staring at a wall.
Is that it?
Yeah, sure. It's really good. These are chunks of venison, so tender. Added it at the last second.
Didn't cook it at all. Just put it in and let the sauce cook it.
Oh, really?
Because you can eat it raw.
And just pulls in all that sauce and comes up perfect. Just really classic old school hunter style. Nature's cool. Good food, great company, good wine, and a view. That's about as good as it gets. From Glasgow to Edinburgh to the Highlands, this is about as good as it gets.